Hi guys, this is Sister Ruth here. I just wanted to do a real quick video to update you on the situation with the storms. We are obviously talking about mostly Hurricane Jose, and I'm going to show you where that is going to be predicted to be. Now remember, there is still sorry, excuse me. As I said on my other video, I do still have my cough. But this storm is coming in off the east coast. It looks like it's going to stay more or less offshore, but that could change. We saw how things changed there with Irma and how it did that last minute jig inland to the Everglades. Even after making landfall. So the good news is it's not pushing us far down into this corner of the Florida coast as we were expecting yesterday. So that's really good news for those folks in Jacksonville who did get hit hard by Irma. I'm going to do this a really short video because I did a longer video earlier and my voice is starting to go again. So I'm going to skip forward a couple of days at a time. Time period you need to watch out for is Monday into Tuesday. If you are anywhere on this part of the East Coast between these two knobs that stick out into the ocean here, which is pretty much south of New York down into North Carolina. Anywhere along there, Monday and Tuesday are your danger periods. On Monday, you can see it is just sitting off this lower peninsula here, and on Tuesday, it is right there in the mouth of that bay area. So Tuesday looks like guys are going to get hit pretty hard. Winds. Actually not looking that fast for the winds. It does look like it's still going to be a low grade hurricane. That could change as it moves through these waters. It could strengthen, but you should be on the watch out for storm surge and that kind of stuff if you live along this coastline, and be prepared. As I always say, you need to have a plan and give yourself a head start if anything happens in that area. If you can avoid being the one that's in the shops at the last minute, that is going to be a very good thing. So I'm going to step forward now and see what this thing does around the 23rd, because that is obviously a date that's high on our radar. So 23rd, and it's pretty much out in the Atlantic. I am watching this storm system here that's developing off of the west coast of Ireland to see what that is going to do around that time frame, around the back end of next week. But for you guys, anywhere from Washington to New York, you need to be on the heads up that Jose, it may not make landfall, but it is going to scrape that patch of coastline anywhere. Let's take a look at where it is on Sunday. So Sunday it's back out in the Atlantic. So Monday the 18th to Tuesday the 19th. Let's see where it ends up on Wednesday. I think it's going to move further north. Yeah, it's just on the edge there. On the northern tip of America there, possibly the main coast on Wednesday. So anywhere up this stretch, you need from North Carolina northwards, batten down the hatches. Jose is going to scrape along that coastline. Hopefully it won't strengthen, but we do know that they are weaponizing some of these storms, so do take precautions. And I will hopefully do a more in-depth video over the weekend about FEMA and why we need to be aware of this situation, even if we don't live in America, because don't think it can't happen here. Remember that during the Second World War we had thousands of Polish immigrants in concentration camps here in the UK Do not think we are immune to that kind of stuff. We need to be on high alert. If we do not stand up for our brothers and sisters across the pond, how can we expect them to stand up for us? So we all need to stick together. And that is their worst fear. That is why they do all this race baiting, all this inter-religion arguing, is all to keep us divided and distracted from, so that we cannot fight the serpent who is behind the curtain controlling these things. So that is it from me for today. I will try and get that FEMA video out over the weekend if my voice and cough allow it, which is getting really annoying now. It really needs to do one, but I will try and get that video out to you. Do take care this weekend, everybody. Batten down the hatches if you are along that coastline, and do stay tuned in to your local weather forecast as well. And it looks like you guys on the west coast are also in for some stormy weather, but not as bad as Jose. I'm also watching this little system down here off the Caribbean. It looks like it's got some decentish winds around the eye. So that's going to be one on the radar for next week. We will, of course, or I will, of course, update you. If I need to, I will do a special video over the weekend as well as the FEMA one. But otherwise, I will talk to you again next week. So I'm just going to end, as I'm ending all my videos nowadays, with the Aaronic blessing. So if you do not want to hear this, then I advise you to end the video here. Otherwise, I am going to say the blessing. Yahuwah bless you and keep you. Yahuwah make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. Yahuwah lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. May Yeshua HaMashiach be with you all.